Warning. It is the opinion of the Forestry Productions LLC and the Working Perspectives podcast that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You have been warned, so if you decide to listen to the recording, then don't complain about the language.
That was her cover. She was banking on them opening the thing and finding the baby raccoon first and not the meth pipe. So they'd be like,
They'd be so distracted by the raccoon.
Yeah. Good angle, Liam.
This explains everything. She was carrying a baby raccoon. Be on your way. We apologize.
Take care of your baby.
Yeah. Oh, baby raccoons first. Yeah, of course.
Here's the other thing.
Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Strong Stem Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma Liam Reese, and the bad boy Bern Podcasy, Bern Podcasy. On this show, we're going to be bringing you topics from around the globe. The topics are going to fall under three different categories. The categories are Stupid Is as Stupid Does, Incredibly Incredible, and Sports and Speds. Strong Stem, how we doing, my man?
He's doing all right. They don't call me the kitty cat king for nothing, right? So I was thinking a little bit, and this hat goes out to a special little Texas feller who has a big mouth, but yet likes to talk. And I feel like he belongs somewhere on this hat because all he wants to do is type in our comments.
Love it. Very nice. Lasmeeshma, how are you?
I am tip top after seeing that hat.
Yeah.
That's a very cool cat hat.
That's a cool cat hat. Very nice. Bern Podcasy, Bern Podcasy, how are you?
Oh, let's just keep it consistent. I need to know everything about Steve's hat and what's going on right now. So let's get after it.
Yeah. Speaking of Steve's hat, this
Hell
is
yeah.
the Working Perspectives podcast. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. Working perspectives.
All right. So like we said, on this show, we're going to be bringing you topics from around the globe. The topics are going to fall under three different categories. The categories are Stupid Is as Stupid Does, Incredibly Incredible, and Sports and Speds. Lasmeeshma, we're going to kick it to you. What do you got for Stupid Is as Stupid Does?
We're going to the state of New York in Troy. The Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute is suing a cleaning firm for $1 million because one of the janitors turned off a freezer containing decades of research. The unnamed janitor was apparently annoyed by an audible alarm the freezer had for when the temp dropped out of range. The range of the freezer was a negative 80 degrees Celsius freezer, and if it got above or below 2 degrees, it would go into alarm. So the researchers and everything, they knew that the alarm was going off and everything, but they couldn't get a technician out or whatever. So they checked all the stuff and they're like, all right, this stuff is good. It'll be okay. They left a note on it saying, disregard the alarm. Do not turn this off. It's okay. And this guy thought he was helping. They didn't name him, but he was part of the Daigle cleaning systems, and they're the ones being sued. So he thought he was helping. He went into the electrical panel and turned off the breaker for the freezer. And by the time they came in, they're in court for it now, but that was on September 14th. By the time the researchers got back to it, it was September 17th. and everything was completely out of temperature and ruined. And it was like decades of research and stuff. So now, that
what
guy
were they?
is-
Does it say what they were researching?
No, so this
They
is
did
this
it.
is actually a school. So there's like, you know what I mean? They do like these are all like this is like a research lab,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they do all kinds of stuff here, and they lost like decades of research that like
Wow.
So now I saw this. I was cracking up too. Wasn't it a beeping noise that drove him while he was cleaning? He was so annoyed by hearing like the beep, beep, beep,
Yep.
beep, because it was an alarm saying, "Yo, this thing's like." But it really, they were like, "It's fine."
there was a dude, there was
I'm
a
done.
note.
I'm done.
There was a note on it.
I'm-
There was
I'm
a note
done.
on
Yeah,
it saying
I'm done.
disregard the audible alarm. And he
Yeah.
walked right up to it, looked at it, and then went and flipped the breaker, turned it off completely.
Wow.
But dude, so
I mean,
it's just, is there nothing worse when you're
Yeah.
at work than when somebody gets their hands in that's like not their department, not
Yes.
their, is that always how this stuff happens?
yes.
But they didn't name the janitor, but I'm pretty sure that cleaning systems place is going to be hurting after
What-
this. They may not
what I-
survive.
What I always think is interesting is like you look at this situation like, okay, what was that guy getting paid to be the janitor there, and what was that research worth, and like what was the gap between like there some guy you let into your $71 million research facility who was making $22.50 an hour
Yep.
just took down 3 decades. Like that's
Yeah.
the gap there is
To-
really tough.
to
Of
be
Really
stuff
fair-
you can never recover. Of stuff you can never
Yeah.
recover.
To be fair, though, also, like I've known a lot of cleaners and stuff. If this note was in English, there's a good chance that
Right,
the
they
cleaner
couldn't
couldn't
translate
read it. They didn't. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't
So
know.
let me
That's
ask you a
legit.
question. Let me ask you a question. You're in a research lab. There's a note on something. It's making noise. You don't know what the note says. Are you not leaving that alone?
No, I'm.
Yeah, I'm
pulling
going
the plug.
home. Actually, yeah, no, I'm going home. I'm
I
you're
would have
right.
called
I'm
like
going home.
legit. The dude, the janitor should have called someone. He legit should have.
The
Yeah.
first
Or-
person who could translate English. I'm like, you come here. What's this say? Can I unplug it?
Also, like they should. I mean, it comes down to a lack of communication in the long run, right? But I mean, decades of research. That
That's-
is tough.
Dude,
And
that's
fellas,
something
that's
like you
tough.
can never recover. Like there's no
No.
We
such thing
discussed
as.
this. There's no one around to give you instructions. Like there's
Mhm.
no
Yeah.
one. There's a security guard who has a different job, and he has no idea what you're supposed to be doing, and you have
His
no
job's
idea
to
what
be
he's supposed to be
sleeping.
doing. And it's 3 a.m. So call the guy who hired you or the company who hired you. But like, good luck getting
Right.
them to pick up the phone. You know.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean,
let's
rough
not.
stuff.
I feel like we're kind of letting this guy off the hook. You messed up big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
He walked over
this is
to
on
an
you,
electrical
cuz.
panel.
Yeah, yeah,
he walked over to
100%.
an electrical panel and threw a breaker, dude. That
Yeah.
is
He
like
didn't pull the
wildly
plug,
irresponsible.
Liam.
That's
dude.
pretty
He didn't
Yeah.
pull the
extreme.
he didn't pull
Yeah.
the plug, Liam. He went to the breaker.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he definitely messed up. But this was some good stuff, fellas. Good stuff. Let's keep it moving though. Strong Stem, I'm going to you. What do you got for stupid is as stupid does?
Old man by the name of Timothy Southern, 53, a pathologist from the UK who happened to be on a family vacation in good old Jamaica. Right? We're down there. Everybody's having a good time. It's beach,
Lord
it's
of mercy.
sand. Jamaica, the Jamaican people, such happy people, such a great spot to be, right? So old Timmy is out with his family. He likes to drink. He likes to indulge. Timmy's out. He's having a good time. He ends up meeting 2 Canadian brajules, right? He sees these 2 bad little Canadian broads, and what are they doing? He's 53, by the way. They're celebrating a birthday. They're in their 20s, right? Timothy's like, whoa, this is my chance. I'm here. It's right. We're on vacation. Everybody's been on vacation on an island before or outside of the normalcy of your thing. So he's pimping these girls. They explain to him that they're doing what they call the a 21 cocktail challenge. That on the resort they have 21 different cocktails that they could serve you, and they want to drink all of them. Well, old Timmy, he'd been drinking brandy and beer all morning. I mean, he's not a rookie. He's 53. So Timmy, I would assume, is a professional. But even players mess up, right?
Right.
So Timmy has a couple in him. Timmy wants to get down with this. Timmy says, let me show you girls a good time and how we get down. So Timmy goes and starts to indulge with them. Timmy gets 12 drinks deep. He has to tap out, right? We got to tap out, slide back to the room. Timmy does the old Irish goodbye, goes, sees two broads, goes back to his room. When he goes back to his room, family members come in. He's laying on his back. He's choking. They flip him over. He throws up immediately. They get the throw up out of there. They sprint a nurse in. The nurse comes in. Now the family's trying to sue because, like, the nurse, they were like, literally was like, I don't know what to do. I didn't call it a cut. First off, you're in Jamaica. Like, what are you talking about, lady? What are you, like, demanding top-notch health care or something? What are you talking about? Anyway, so the nurse runs in. She can't figure it out. She's like, I looked in his face. I could tell he was, like, starting to go out. So I was like, and, you know, after this fantastic medical care he gets on scene, poor old Timmy passed away, right? So Timmy's on a vacation with his family. He's been drinking all morning, meets two Canadian broads. First off, this guy obviously was playing with a deck that he was not prepared for. I know you're from the UK, but Canadians, they like
different.
to drink. They're built the most different. So, yeah, you know, shout out, I guess, Timmy's family, and I guess Timmy for, you know, putting it all on the line. I mean, it didn't work out in his favor, which is sad and tragic, but he put it on the line.
Shooting. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey.
He went down swinging.
That's the weirdest risk. That's the weirdest risk game ever. Like, killed by Canadians in Jamaica. Like, what? How? That was from North Dakota.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. A pathologist too. Like, it's not like this guy wasn't educated, wasn't like doing well in life.
He knows how the body works.
Yes, right? Come on, guys. You don't understand like the filter process, like every hour, whatever 1 12-ounce beer leaves or a shot. And like you have to apparently, you know, he was like, no, it's rock and roll time. Time to get busy.
You know, it was that, like, you're not kidding when it's trying to keep up with it. Like, that's what did him in, is to keep being up with the 100%. Canadians. Wow.
100%. And remember, we all have made the mistake where all the dumbest stuff I've ever done usually begins with morning drinking.
Yeah.
Morning. You wake up on vacation and crack a couple beers. Usually the next morning, I wake up and everyone's like shaking their head at me, and I'm like, I don't remember even lunch. What happened yesterday? Yeah. They were like, "Oh no,"
or not knowing your situation and walking into it, and like I said, I grew up in northeastern Pennsylvania. There's nothing to do but like mine coal and drink beer, and I stopped mining coal in 1950. So like we're pretty seasoned drinkers. So I've seen it from both sides of like people coming into our situation and being like, "Hey, this is so and so's girlfriend." Like, "Hey, welcome." Like, "Oh well, she's dead," and then also. You know, I was on the other side of that where like I lived in New York for a little bit, and I just my whole life I was geared toward bars closing at 2, and that bar closing at 4,
5 or 4.
You know, like I it's always trying to keep up with someone that's going to ruin you.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Good stuff.
And while we say that, shout out Pete McCormick, because he's the Lord and Savior of trying to keep up with him, and then I end up waking up next morning, and Pete's like, "Did you get home?" I'm like, I guess. I don't remember even seeing you. He's like, yeah, don't drink with me anymore.
Dude, me and him drank together for years, and bro,
how'd it go for you, Matt?
Not good. Not good at all. He is, dude, he's a pro. He is a pro's pro, that guy.
He's not just the size of a grizzly bear, but he happens to be extremely Irish. So he will, it doesn't do anything but make him more sober. It's strange.
Yeah.
It's strange.
He's got a great smile and rosy cheeks, and his name is Peter. I'm not sure what his middle name is. I'm just going to say
Joseph.
Patrick.
Jay, Peter
McCormick.
J.
Joseph, Peter Joseph McCormick III.
Yeah. Shout out, Petey.
He's built for it.
Love that, man.
Love it. Sorry, good stuff. Let's keep it moving, though. That was some great Stupid Is and Stupid Does. We're going to go on to Incredibly Incredible. Lasmeeshma, I'm going to go back to you. What do you got for Incredibly Incredible?
We're going to the great state of California.
Yes.
A fake LA pizza joint ended up being an illegal THC extraction lab.
Yes.
A North Hollywood storefront that was right next to a pet store. It had like only a sign on it that just said hot and fresh pizza. But it was actually but behind all that, there was no pizza or anything. There was like this super lab for making like hash and like THC honey oil and stuff, which is
the
like,
concentrates.
Yeah, super potent, concentrated THC and everything. So the LAPD did not clarify if they arrested anybody, but they just kind of, mentioned that they shut down the lab. Now, this is interesting because this is like on the heels of like a week earlier, like a little bit earlier, a canine officer sniffed out a vending machine in a warehouse filled with 15 pounds of heroin, a kilo of fentanyl, an AR, and thousands of cash.
Oh,
And this was in yeah. Like, so I don't know the
Where was
criminals
the
in
vending
California. It was in some warehouse in Gardenia.
Was the gun in the vending machine? Like, could I buy the AR?
I guess if you have the code, it'll spit out.
A15.
But dude, I mean, I got to give him credit. Like, I thought, LA was just some, a bunch of like burnout surfers and stuff. Yeah. And like yuppies and people with their parents' money. But the criminals over there are no joke, dude. Yeah. Yeah. The criminals over there are no joke, dude. They had, so in the pizza shop, like, like the cooling racks where you would like put like pizza dough and stuff, they had like the pizza boxes would be there, but they would be filled with like trays of like the THC honey oil. Like,
I love
Fantastic.
that. They still use like the stuff. That's
great. Yeah. It was
ingenuity.
Awesome, yeah, the pictures are great. There's these like huge tanks and all these going everywhere. It was very cool, man.
They rented the place and they were like, as is. And they were like, okay. All right. And we get those cool slide things. We get
now
here's we'll take it.
Here's my issue, and this is just where my brain goes. Liam, when you said they're not sure like what the charges was, obviously marijuana is legal in California, right?
Yeah.
So the only reason they shut down the business, there's no probably like consequences legally, but if you're not paying taxes on what you got, you can be a dealer. You just you got to kick it up to the boss.
It's the same thing, man. You can't sell cupcakes if you don't have pay for the storefront, pay the taxes. Go, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you're doing there. You can't run a business.
They don't really care that you're running a business. It's just they care that you're not kicking up.
You're not paying us. Yes.
Yeah. Whether it was weed or it was you were making
brownies,
right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You gotta kick it up.
Yep.
You gotta pay your taxes, man.
Yeah.
You gotta pay the Better Business Bureau. You gotta pay. We gotta inspect you. We gotta make sure.
I want to talk to these pet store owners that are like right next door, or anybody that was working in that warehouse with the AR and the heroin vending machine. Dude.
Chillest pet store you've ever been to, bro.
Listen to me. You guys, listen to me. You ever been to a pet store? You ever been to like PetSmart or anything to get like a treat for your dog? Early in the morning when every dog trying to get adopted is just going nuts and it is chaos in the store. The guy's probably like, look, I know you're getting paid $10 an hour as a 20-year-old in this pet store. If I give you some of this, what do they call this stuff now? Again, kids, shatter or whatever that super concentrated weed is.
Right,
they're like, I give you a couple things that is. They're like, say less, neighbor.
Yeah.
Never seen anything. All I saw was pizzas coming from next door.
Dude, I would be like, just open the vents during the day. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I need. I just want to be a little more relaxed while I'm here. Just make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
Solid.
Good stuff. Yeah, real good. Good stuff, Lasmeeshma. Let's keep it moving though. Strong Stem, what do you got for incredibly incredible?
Remember how I said before, if I said America and you guys knew what to say, if I said the number one state we go to is
Florida.
The show's number one state.
Thank God for Bern.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little slow.
Florida. We going back to our gravy pot, right? I don't
Every
like to
time,
do this.
baby.
I don't like to do this because I feel like it's like hitting off the tee. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even getting pitched to. It's so easy to go there, but some of them are just irresistible, right? So I don't know if I should have put this in stupid as stupid does, incredibly incredible. It was a conundrum for me.
That's my favorite part about Florida stories. Most of them can qualify for all three categories.
For everything, because they're all just the best. So we're going to good old, a spot that's not normally in the news. We're going to good old Clearwater, home of the Fightin' Phils for their spring training, right?
Baby.
Nice.
A lot of money. We're going West Coast Florida, a lot different on the Gulf Coast than the East Coast, right? A lot more old people money. So 43-year-old Lindsay Rodewald was pulled over Saturday night around midnight for riding her bike without headlights. Right? I guess in Florida, like, everyone has a beach cruiser. It's just it's a beach town. They probably have like rules and stuff where you have to have things on it, right? So you don't get run over by a drunk guy coming from St. Pete or Tampa that's partying all night. Anyway, they pull her over because she doesn't have her headlights on. They happen to see Miss Einstein Jr. here looking a little, I don't know, aggressive. So they ask her, hey, Lindsay, you mind if we do a search? And what does she do? The number one no. She consents to a search. Every person knows you always say no, right? You don't have a warrant? No, you're not going in my stuff. She says, sure, go ahead, check it out. Right when they open her backpack, what do they find right off the bat? A broken but still packed meth pipe with meth in it, right? So they're like, okay, that's why she's probably riding the bike. She's getting her miles in, right?
Sure.
You got to do when you smoke meth. I need to wear this off, right? Then they hear a little bit of a tasseling in the bottom of the bag, a little noise. And they're like, ooh, what goes there? So officer puts his hand down there, pulls out. What does he pull out? A 1-week-old baby raccoon. Now, I'm not sure where this fits in the story. Yeah. Or where she found the baby raccoon, or how the raccoon got in the school bag, or if the raccoon was maybe smoking the meth. That's what I would have told him. Who knows what happened, right? It's not my pipe. It's the raccoon's pipe. I don't know who or where this happened, but so they ended up arresting her, of course, on, ready, Liam? Outstanding warrant.
Yeah. Of course.
Also, possession. And they have taken the poor baby raccoon to the an animal hospital in Tampa, where it's being cared for with other baby raccoons that they hope one day, this is what I love about the end of the story, they hope one day, they put one day in there specifically, they can release it back into the wild, which they mean once we don't get enough funding and we have 400 dogs in here, we're going to euthanize this raccoon.
Or feed it to the dogs. Yeah.
Yo, that's
like,
dark.
I mean, what is going on in Florida? What is going on in Florida?
That was her cover. She was banking on them opening the thing and finding the baby raccoon first and not the meth pipe. So they'd be like,
they'd be so distracted by the raccoon.
Good angle, Liam.
This explains everything. She was carrying a baby raccoon. Be on your way. We apologize. You know,
take care of your baby.
Yeah. Oh, baby raccoons first. Yeah, of course.
Here's the other thing. So I know Clearwater's not the top, but it's not the bottom. It's like the dead center of Florida, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe a tad south of like the cutoff line. I didn't even know there was any critters left in Florida, because between alligators and Burmese pythons, like when I was down for my uncle who was the astronaut, and they were like doing all that stuff, and we were down at Cape Canaveral, the guy was like, I used to see bunny rabbits and raccoons and all stuff all the time. I haven't seen one in 10 years. I was like, what are you talking? He was like, no. All the small game in Florida is gone, basically because of the boa constrictor and the python, because obviously they're in there. They're invasive species. The alligator was blah, blah, blah. But he's like, there's no little critters whatsoever in Florida anymore. But apparently this lady found, maybe that would have been my angle to the cops. I'd have been like, look, you guys, you're from Florida. You guys know that there's no more like reproduction of raccoons. I'm bringing back the population. This one, the whole family was murdered by alligators. I had to do what I had to do.
She's legit this could be the last raccoon. This could be the last raccoon in Florida.
She holds it up like Simba. This is him. This is him.
She's in her mind, though, Liam. You're so right. In her mind, she's thinking like, a baby raccoon.
Best cover ever.
No way they think I'd have meth on me. No way. Yeah.
No way they're going to dig deeper to the pipe.
No. We got another baby raccoon, fellas. Let her go.
Yeah.
Raccoon was in the school bag smelling like the burnt pipe. Like, Jesus Christ, I just want to run. I don't know why, but I just want to run.
The raccoon comes out like, what's up, guys? What's up? What's going on? Are we good? Everything good? Let's go. It's great. Yeah.
Doing push-ups in front of the cop. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's I mean, if that raccoon was on meth, that's probably the only reason it survived the pythons and the alligators. You know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
Freaking believable. Really good
stuff. Shout out Florida.
Shout out Florida. Fan of the show, listener of the show. Big fan of Florida. I mean, just endless material from Florida.
Yeah, right.
I would call them a distributor of the show.
Yeah.
They're our wholesale lot.
Almost a sponsor.
We have to average going to Florida once a show.
Can we like Bern said, can we somehow like get sponsored but not? I don't even need money. Can I just have Florida like I don't know.
State of Florida.
Yeah.
Hey,
presented by Florida.
We're sponsored by the state of Florida, guys. I just
Jeez
signed
Louise.
We're done.
Jeez Louise.
Shout out Florida, our sponsor. Great, incredibly incredible guys. Let's keep it moving to sports and speds though. Strong Stem, I'm going back to you. What do you got for spots and speds?
There was a couple in here this week that I wanted to go to, but this one makes me sad after I saw it today. I just got to get it off my chest. It's going to be quick. I'm sad. I had other stories I wanted to get to, other things I wanted to do. I have to take a drink while I do this because it makes me sad.
Sure. No free ads.
The good old 76ers just released today that nobody, go surprise, nobody wants 2 points a game, Tobias. And now we're stuck with these two guys. We're way over the cap. We don't have anything going for us now because there's nobody on the team that's going to push them. There's no Jimmy Butler. There's no guy like that that's going to get in their faces and tell them to play hard. So we have the softest team in the NBA, and it's going to stay that way with a bunch of geriatrics. And the Sixers, in real good Philadelphia fashion, are going to absolutely waste Joel Embiid's career, one of the most dynamic big men that's ever lived. And they've done nothing but surround him with doo-doo. And,
like Kevin Garnett in Minnesota.
Long, so they did it to Iverson, too.
Yeah.
Sure did. Sure did.
Shout out Eric Snow.
If it makes you feel any better,
it doesn't burn.
Contract. He's in a contract year, so if he was ever going to play hard, it'll be this season. You know, like
I don't think that's going to happen, Bern. I think he's going to come in and it's win, lose or draw. Life is fantastic.
Yeah,
can we get Howie? Can we get Howie? Can we get Howie to make picks
Dude,
for
why not?
The Sixers now? I just need him to come over and fix this. All right, because in Howie we trust, but not the Sixers,
dude. And Tobias Harris was like he was on a podcast recently too, kind of like talking
crapping
shit,
on
like,
us. Yep.
Yeah, saying like, well, the average fan would trade me for a blah blah blah, would trade me for a cookie at like it's like part of a company he owns, the Crumble Cookie, but. He's saying at the end of the day, you're not going to get a 6'9" forward that makes 40% threes, blah, 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 play 70%. Here's the thing. I don't care if he plays 70-plus games or shoots 40 from three in the regular season. If you just crumble every second round, like what's the point then? You know what I mean? What is it?
He's one of those dudes who, like, you forget he's out there. And you're like, Tobias Harris played 31 minutes tonight. You know what I mean? Some games you can play, but a lot of games you're like, I didn't even realize that guy was playing. Like, he's super talented, and when he wants to play well, it seems like he can contribute, which is why I'm saying in a contract year this year, you're probably going to get the best out of him that he's, you're ever going to get as a Sixer. Like,
if he's ever going to,
this upcoming season, if he's going to do it, it's
hold on.
Year. He's got to step up.
Liam, when you said that, it's funny you brought that up. Did you see the interaction when he said that? He said, the average Sixers fan would trade me for a crumble cookie. Right? Yeah. And some guy tweeted back at him and said, I would trade you for the bag the cookies come in. and then his response was, which is pretty cool too. They come in a box. Because if you ever had crumble cookie, they come in like a donut box.
I don't even know what they are. I just know he has steak in them.
It is. Oh, it's the biggest scam ever. You get 6 cookies and it's like $45.
Yeah, like gourmet, $12 gourmet
6 cookies for $40-something. They are insanely good. And they're about like, the size of like a like 2 hockey pucks, but
Mrs. G's chocolate chips in the mall when I was, in the mid 90s for $3 a cookie. That's as good as it gets. You can make an incredible $3 chocolate.
I'm not going to hate on them. I have eaten them. They are fantastic, but I'll never so overpriced.
Yeah, I'll never try them because I'm probably like the last person on the face of the planet that needs to be spending $45 on a box of cookies.
Well, here's the thing, Liam. Here's the thing. It has nothing to do with you. Wait till your daughter sees the cool storefront and all the lights. God. You got to just steer her away, dog.
So it's like one of those things.
For my birthday,
it's a whole gimmick.
Get cookies.
It's a whole gimmick.
Stupid, dude. So stupid. I hate it.
So word of advice, fellas. You guys with kids, steer clear of anytime you've ever seen a thing that says crumble cookie. Don't go in because no matter what, the cheapest you get out of there is $50, and you're walking out with.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know. 6 cookies. It's insane.
Yeah.
They are fantastic, though. I'm not going to lie. I go in there extremely high. Dog, it is wild. I'm like, here's 100. Keep the change. I don't even know who I am. Yeah. It gets a little confusing.
Hey, what are you going to do? Nice. All right. Real good. Love it. Strong Stem. Good stuff. Let's keep it moving, though. Lasmeeshma, we're going to go to you. What do you got for spots and spades?
So we're going to go to mine and Steve's favorite app on the entire internet. A TikToker with zero experience. A TikToker with zero experience found a loophole and became eligible for the NBA draft.
Yo!
Jordan
What?
Haber had a bet with his friend that he just refused to lose. You know what I mean?
Yes! I love this kid.
He bet his buddy that he would be eligible for the NBA draft. He never played basketball in college, let alone he doesn't really admit to playing like really basketball ever, except for like, with like friends, like as a child.
Jesus.
But he looked into like all the rules and everything. So you have to be there's a lot of stipulations. You got to be at least 19.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to graduate high school, or if you didn't graduate high school,
GED.
at least one
Yeah,
NBA
equivalency.
season has to pass. One NBA season has to pass before you're eligible, or you have to go to a 4-year university, which he did do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't play college basketball, though, the player has to express his desire to be selected in the draft in writing to the NBA at least 60 days prior to the draft. And he did this. He wrote up a document and everything, expressed like saying, like, I want to play basketball. It's my dream, blah, blah, blah. So the NBA, took it, read it, they accepted it, and he was eligible for the draft. Surprisingly, he did not get drafted.
Oh.
But, like the thing is, he didn't get drafted. He's going to go to the Cardozo School of Law in New York. But this like pretty much opens the door. How many you think schmucks next year are going to sign up for the NBA draft now they knew this guy did this? They're going to get flooded with letters next year, dude.
Who had the last pick in the draft?
I
don't know.
Whoever it did, that guy's never going to play. He's never going to play a meaningful minute.
Him, Bern,
NBA.
only in 2 rounds. There's only 90% of the guys drafted. Never. You have to.
That's what I mean.
You have to get past a 10-year vet. The hardest draft to be playing in is the NBA. There's only 2 rounds.
Guys, right?
It's impossible.
So if you're the last pick, why not make this guy your Mr. Irrelevant? Just for the PR,
publicity.
just for the fun, just for
100%.
the off-season stuff, just for the stories.
Agreed.
Whoever you got there is never going to play for you.
I just love this story because he was talking about never playing basketball in college and not really playing basketball ever, but then writing the letter,
like the sport.
like begging the NBA to let him join. Also, he could beat a friend in a bet, so I can respect that. You know what I mean?
Yo.
You always want to stick it to your friends when you have a bet. You're like, no, I swear, I'm right, dude. I know.
I couldn't ask for a better reason. Couldn't be a better reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now that's the mega loophole. This is just how scummy the NBA is when it comes to money because they don't care. They left that loophole where it's not that you have to not be in college, right? You need that 1 year to pass. So what do 99% or not 9, a good percent of guys nowadays who know, even as like the 10th overall pick, I have no chance of making a team because I have to overtake a 10-year veteran, which is not going to happen, right? And there's only 12 man on a bench in NBA, right? It's impossible to make the squad. So what's he do? I take that 1 year. I go over to where the whites like to play in good old Europe, and I make some scrajol while I'm over there. Yeah. And that's my 1 year. I'm getting paid. I'm in Europe. It's fun. It's like an experience as a kid. But they literally have forced kids to go, well, this is a joke. You want me to do just like the football thing. Football's a little different because you can't just, I don't care what phenom you are. Remember when Maurice Claret tried to challenge it? Like, I don't care who you are. You're going to get smoked by Ray Lewis when you get to the NFL. I don't care how good you were in college.
Yeah. But the NBA
but basketball's it's not a combat sport. So that's
of the top 5 picks in the NBA draft, one of them played in college.
Yeah. Most Europe.
That's it.
Yep.
What did we learn?
Well, the G League and then an independent league. And but one of the top 5 picks, only one of them played in college, and that was a second pick, Brandon Miller, who played for 1 year at Alabama.
What were you going to say, Liam?
And if you are going to play overseas, I think we learned recently, if you're going to play in a place like Russia, you leave the weed pen at home.
Or claim that you bang the same sex, and they're just going to let it slide. We'll come get you.
Right. Nice. All right, man. Good stuff, guys. We are coming towards the top of time. Really good stuff tonight. Had a few more F words than we planned, but we're still working.
I did see those two throw them out after I had to leave the show for a second and recenter myself because I
got hot early.
Too
immediately. You got hot early.
Immediately.
Right out the gate.
Yeah. The thing is like we're just honestly we don't even know when we say it. Like
I don't even remember saying it.
You said it a couple.
I
times.
remember you specifically. Every time I watch Focus on Matt because he gives me that disapproving look, and I want to make sure he gives you two the same disapproving look.
Listen,
does, which
I remember
makes me know that he doesn't just hate me.
I thought I said one last week, and it was 3. So I have one in my head. It could be 5. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, man! All right, I really gotta focus here, then, man.
You added as a descriptive, like it's a descriptive to something. So you say like, and it was blah blah blah. This, you know what I mean? Or it was effing stupid or whatever. Yeah.
As dumb as I am, at least I recognize immediately when I say it every time. I know instant. These two just rip it off, and even I hear it, and I'm like, yo, they didn't even know. You guys just breezed through it like it was nothing. I was tough, like, dude. Yo, I got to do that. I have to start doing that where I don't even know I say it. Just let it ride.
We just have to find something else that we can replace it with.
Gosh,
I know. There has to be like a show word.
Yeah. Like if we make up a gimmick, like a gimmick word that we just use to replace that. And it can't be frickin' or something fudge or whatever, something stupid like that.
Something corny.
It's gotta be like this marshmallow son of a, whatever.
This Tom Lavelle. No, we can't.
Yeah, you can't. Or I gotta have Layla sit on that couch right there, let her watch a movie.
Yeah, in the peripheral.
So that
she doesn't need to hear those stories. She don't need to hear those stories.
I have headphones on. She wouldn't be able to. Oh yeah, but
she can hear you.
But then everything I
say.
Yeah. Which would be even worse, actually.
Tell her about that vending machine in Cali. Yo.
Yeah, exactly.
All good. Hey, all right. So we are coming towards the top of time. Strong Stem, what do you got to say before we get out of here?
Listen, I'm not a gimmick guy. I'm not that dude, right? First off, again, look at my hat, Mr. Florida or Mr. Texas boy. Right. I heard you talking loud. You ever want to come around? You come find the hat. I'm the kitty cat king.
We're gonna talk.
Anyway, I found these joints at your local. Oh, God darn it! Hold on.
Ooh, the blue ones.
We got them. The blues.
Blue raspberry lemonade. Dog, these are fire.
Yeah, they look legit.
Shout out Swedish Fish for I was like, blue raspberry's already all right, but blue raspberry with a little lemonade in it.
Oh, wow. Innovation.
Nice.
Them joints are fantastic. Shout out Swedish Fish.
I like to see them doing big things. It's Swedish Fish doing big things. I love it. Very nice.
We're taking swings.
Benoit Pahud. What do you got before we get out of here?
Man, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to be here. We're going to do try to watch our mouths, and I'm going to go out tomorrow and see if I can find some blue raspberry lemonade.
Yeah,
they sound delightful.
I'm going to hunt for them too. Yeah, for sure.
I've never seen them, and I'm a candy connoisseur. I was excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to find them for sure. Lasmeeshma, what do you got before we get out of here, brother?
No, I'm on the same page as Bern. I got to look deep within myself and fix my vocabulary. My grandmother used to say people curse because they don't have anything intelligent to say. So she's not wrong, and I gotta clean it up, man.
I've heard that it said that people that curse are more trustworthy because they just don't hold anything back.
Well, I heard with my grandmom said the same thing Liam's grandmom did. She was like, "You sound stupid when all you do is throw curse words out." I was like, "All right, all right."
They're not honestly, I don't know. There is something to it, but also it makes you want to say, go yourself. You know?
Oh my God, so bad.
Yeah. This is America. Nobody tells me what I can.
That is
America.
Apparently, YouTube tells us what to do, though.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
It'd be like that, brother.
Yeah, and they're based out of China.
Yeah, well, we're trying to get paid, so we gotta. You gotta do what the boss.
Shout out China, fan of the show, listener of the show.
Is YouTube based out of China?
I don't know. I made that up. But shout out the guy who also shout out the guy who also has the vending machine in California that I want to roll through and maybe I don't know, cop a bag, AR-15, and I don't know. Maybe I'll also grab a dog next door. You know what I mean? Who knows?
And some Fritos. You know, while you're in there.
All right.
And no pizza.
So good stuff tonight, guys. Speaking of no pizza and vending machines, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Strong Stem Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma, Liam Reese, and the bad boy Bern Podcasy, Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Yeah, also on Instagram, Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe so we keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Also, we're getting Let's Get Retorted up next. Check out this video is going to be, well, we got some heat coming. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend and happy 4th of July. America.
God bless America.
God bless America. All right. See you. Thanks. Bye. All right. Like we said, this is post show. We are about to record. Let's Get Retorted. We got some heat coming. We got some good stuff for Let's Get Retorted.
Did you say heat?
We got heat.
You can't just blaze a joint to this one. He got to blaze an L to this one.
This one, yeah, do it. I mean, yeah.
Hold on, he's coming.
All right,
he's coming.
So, all right, check out Let's Get Retorted, available on our YouTube channel at Working Perspectives Podcast. This episode is gonna be great. Last episode was great. Every episode has been great. Shout out, Let's Get Retorted. All right, see you.